Welcome back to Pirate Studios. Today we're going to check out a plugin that I've been wanting to check out, and luckily they have a 14-day free trial, so I was able to download that today. So I saw the little advertisement videos that they were putting out, different various people using this plugin, and the drums that they were recording sounded more like they were super highly processed already, and maybe were samples or even MIDI. So that's not really that hard to process. That's already been processed quite a bit, especially MIDI. It's already went through the gating process and all that stuff. So these examples really didn't, and I could be wrong, but they didn't exactly sound like they were snares that had tons of hi-hat bleed anyway. It just, I don't know, it just didn't sound like a raw snare sound like what I'm used to doing, recording real drums. So it struck my curiosity to find out what it can do on some raw drums. Well, not raw, but some real recorded drums in my parents' house, and just to see how it is. And we're going to find out if it's, well, I can already tell you it's not worth $99, and that's how much it is right now. That's a bit steep for me, but $99 for plugins pretty steep, no matter what it is, unless it's like a virtual instrument. I could see that because it's a virtual instrument, but this is a gate. So I got a 14-day free trial, and we're going to test it out. And by the way, if you are a fan of my music, then you've heard this song on the channel, but you haven't heard this version. This is a song called Buried Alive by one of my old bands, Never Surrender. And I'll give you a little sneak peeky. Here's the cycles are the same. So I gotta say, I just mixed this tonight before making this video. I mixed this and then ate, and now I'm doing this video. I'm really, really happy with this drum sound. So what I did, I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I want to get to this plugin. What I did was I combined MIDI virtual instrument with real capture, and the reason I did that is because I didn't have enough preamps. I only had 8 channels, an 8-channel interface, and I had my overheads going to a mono, and I had my 2 rooms going to a mono just because I didn't have the space. So I wasn't getting a good sound anyway, and here it is without the samples. That's just the raw drums, and then when you add the MIDI, here's the MIDI. Yeah, so it's helping the drum sound. So I have a raw snare right here, and as you can hear, it's got a lot of hi-hat bleed and cymbal bleed, and you can even hear the kick, like right here. You can hear those kicks. So let's see how it is on a raw kick. Silencer. And I don't know how all this works. Reduction, debleed, length, sidechain, ghost. Okay, so ghost notes. So we're going to just try some presets first, and then I'll just tweak with some stuff and see what happens. Okay, this says snare bottom. Okay, snare top, kick. We're going to try it on the snare first, and because the cymbals are louder than anything else, pretty much. So let's try this heavy bleed. So I'm going to mess with the length. It seems like it's cutting off the snare a little bit. It's cutting it off too soon. Okay, so length is how long do you want it to open the gate? About right there. Bow, bow. I can hear the snare is doing full. It's not cutting off the kick, which is not really that big of a deal. The kick, even though I can hear the kick, I'd still rather deal with that than the cymbals. Let's put it back on the verse. Yeah, because it's actively, right here, he's on the hi-hat. Wow, that's weird. Wow, it is, okay. I'm starting to, at first I thought this was just going to be another gate, but the difference here, okay, so, this is pretty awesome. It's able to get rid of the cymbal. It's actually able to get rid of the hi-hat without affecting the snare length at all. Like, the snare continues. Let's go over to the ghost notes section because it's got a ghost button. Oh, there's some ghost notes right there that you can barely hear. That's the kick. I can deal with the kick. It's this. Let's see what kind of cymbals we got going on right here. Okay, it's the ride. So the snare's here and the ride's, well, I don't think he puts his ride over here. I think he puts his ride right here. This is Barrett, and he's left-handed, but he plays traditional style. So he plays open-handed, hi-hat with the left hand, and he doesn't cross. And I think he keeps his ride right here too. But still, okay, there's some cymbals. Let's see if we can. All right, let's hear it with the whole drums. Let's just turn the overhead in the room off. Oh, and we'll have to turn the toms off because the toms are picking up cymbals too. Wow, that is really good. Okay, here's without it. The cymbals aren't killerly. The crashes aren't as loud as the hi-hat. So I'm liking. Let's go back to the verse now that we're going to leave this ghost note on button on. Okay. Yeah. Well, it would help if I turned it on. All right, that's pretty good on the snare. And it's toms. That's literally the kick, snare, and the samples. The samples don't have any cymbals on them, so I'm just using ML drums. So I'm using the kick, snare, and the toms. So but then it's like, now that I've brought in the overheads in the room, I'm not sure. Turning it on and off doesn't make a difference. I don't hear a difference. So what's the point? What's the point? I don't really use gates. I used to use gates. Now we could try the toms. I don't know. So I was curious, but now that I got a drum sound like that, it's just like, what's the point of gating? go back to the end. Huh. I don't know. I don't know if it adds anything for that. Let's try it on this kick. I've already got a kick there, so we'll... That's the kick picking up the snare. So I bet you this will... It'll probably work great on a kick, if I had to guess. Kick, more bleed. What? All right. Ah. Oh. Let's move this threshold up. You can see the different colors. The light colors are not kick hits. Yeah, that's pretty standard. I've got drum leveler and it does that. Well, I can tell you, rather than a gate, I can tell you I don't know. It's more subtle than a gate. I need to turn the ghost note velocity down on that part. Anyway, that's for... Heck, I already did that. Oh, uh-oh. Don't want that. Anyway, sorry about that. That's pretty good. Now let's do these toms. That ain't very loud. All right, let's try this silencer on the toms. And the cool thing about toms is if you get one, you probably got them all. Okay, heavy bleed. Tom's heavy bleed. All right, we're going to have to get rid of that. There's a kick right into there. Let's turn the threshold up. That's pretty good. Let's put it on all the toms now and see how that sounds. Cuts them off pretty quick. Tom 3's not getting anything. There we go. Let's find somewhere else, like right. It's pretty good. All right, let's. What was that? Picked up Tom right there. See the gate. Let's raise this threshold just a tad. There we go. Alright, I figure I might as well just put it on the snare, that way we can hear it on all the key elements. Let's turn these samples off for now. I don't like the EQ that it's doing to my snare. Ah, there we go. Uh-oh, where's that Tom? Didn't get that Tom. need more volume, I guess. Okay. Ooh, that was good. There. All right, we're going to take the silencer off of all of them. Okay. I don't hear a difference. So, that doesn't mean the plugin's bad. That just means that I don't need gates. That just means I don't need a gate. But I guess if you wanted to, if you wanted to gate all your stuff, it does do a good job. So, and I like that it's better than. I'm gonna get rid of that gate too. Screw that gate. It's better than most gates I've tried. It's better than most gates that I've tried. As far as the, we'll open it up again. The reduction part is really good, and so it is able to pinpoint the hi-hat sound and the overhead sound. It does do a good job. So, but just I don't really need it. but gates don't do that. That's the difference between this and a gate, is that a gate cuts off the sound completely from that microphone. This is basically a debleeder. I mean, it's really pinpointing the cymbals more than the kick. You can still hear the kick in the snare a little bit, but I can deal with that. It's mostly when your hi-hat is like too close to the snare. So it does a good job. But is it worth $99? No, not to me. Well, it's not worth $99, period. Even if you, it's just too much money. Now, if you might could wait till Black Friday and probably get it for $49 or $50. So yeah, look out for that. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. I've been wanting to try it, so just to strike just out of curiosity, because I thought it was a little bit of snake oil. I thought maybe people were treating a snare that had no bleed already, or treating a snare on an electric kit or a MIDI like that, or just, yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of what I was getting, because it sounded, the stuff that they were using was a way better quality than I've got here. So it made more sense to try it out for a more realistic feel for people out there that don't have tons of money for all that gear, and they just maybe only had 8 channels like I did. So I hope you liked this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you are not. If you made it this far, you are awesome. I love you, and Jesus loves you too. Don't ever forget that. Life is worth living. And please hit the thumbs up button right now. Boop. Thumbs up. That's all it takes. If you want to support this channel, please share any and all of my videos anywhere you can. That would be awesome. That's the best way to support this channel. Till next time.